All right. Good afternoon, everybody. It is Michelle Poe here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and the beautiful Tanya Sheldon out in beautiful Idaho, tuning into you today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule on this afternoon. I can't tell you how incredibly blessed we are to be having Tanya as a guest here to explain this unbelievable technology that we have here within our company. Tanya's been my soul sister for years and years and years, and doing life together with this woman is an absolute blessing. And real quick, I'll just tell you a quick little bit about myself. I'm from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and Shawn and I actually were introduced to these unbelievable products, this opportunity and this gift. What we say is it's our responsibility. Just over 6 years ago, from a girlfriend of mine that worked at the heart hospital. She was a dietitian there. And she came and said, "Michelle, I know you're passionate about people and health and entrepreneurial. You've got to check this out." And she said, "Go and watch this ABC Primetime Investigative Report." I'm like, ABC Primetime Investigative Report? What in the world is she talking about? So I went to this site. And if you have not seen this ABC Primetime Investigative Report, make sure you go and watch it immediately following this Zoom here with Tanya. The link for that is www.abcliveit.com. Again, it's abcliveit.com, and you will get caught up on this story. And so we're assuming that you've seen that ABC Primetime Investigative Report today, and Tanya will go through that. And when I saw that ABC clip ended positive, my mind was all over the place, and I wanted to definitely know more. My dad died of a heart attack at 42, and I learned that this is the only product on the planet that had ever been published in the American Heart Association journal called Circulation, which is the premier cardiology journal of the world. And little did Nikki know, when she introduced this to me, Shawn and I were working 2 different businesses plus an online business, 2 little girls, and had a lady living with us from Spain. We were the definition of no time. Definitely weren't looking for another opportunity. Nikki also didn't know that I had been dealing with massive health issues for over 5 years. I'd been to the Cleveland Clinic, Mayo Clinic, different neurologists in the country, and we just couldn't figure out what was going on. She also didn't know that my dad had died of a heart attack, and that we had no time really with our girls. You know, we were with them, but we were going and going and going because we were working so many businesses and trading our time for money. And so God always has a plan, I say, and this came into our lives and we listened. And we were skeptical, but we were very open and to listening because we saw these trigger points of the ABC Primetime Investigative Report, this being on the NASDAQ and whatnot. So now here we are, fast forward to today, and it's the greatest blessing we see outside of our God and family. And along the way, even before we were introduced to this, I met Tanya. We were actually in the same industry. We're a profession in the mortgage world. And I met Tanya first through an email before I'd even moved to Sioux Falls. And I said, "Oh my gosh, I absolutely am in love with this girl." We fell in love on email because her passion, her conviction, her care to details and to the processes of taking care of me and our clients and everything was incredible. And that has followed through not only through this business, but just in the way that she is in life. She's a mother, she is a wife, she's a daughter, she is a sister, and she is a devoted friend. She's a lover of God, and she just gives anybody that would like to define Tanya, they will always talk about her love for all and her genuine servant leadership. And she will just do anything at any time, and she feels people's hearts, and she just wants the most for people and to live a life inspired and making a difference so that people can see the greatness within them. And she is so skilled in that way because she digs in there and really helps people do that. And so Tanya, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule. Thank you for being here to bless us. Tanya has lived through some incredible stories of her husband being laid off, companies going different ways, and she's persevered through that. she's strong, and she's building the legacy and has built for her family, for her children to go out and do what needs to be done in this world and not holding herself back whatsoever. So thank you, Tanya. I'm going to let you take it over from here, and I love you. Thank you. I need to unmute that girl. I'm sorry. There we go.
Hey!
All right. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Great.
Okay. Awesome. We almost made 2 pages just a minute ago on my computer. That would have been so exciting.
I love it.
Well, hi, everybody. Happy summer. It's the season of slip and slides and pools and popsicles. My girls both had sleepovers last night, and I'm up to my eyeballs in slip and slides and popsicles already today. I'm so excited to be here with you, and I got to tell you, I've been doing this for about 5.5 years, and I still get so nervous. If you could see my heart pumping, it's pumping out of my chest. I get so nervous. But to all the guests that are on this Zoom, I hope we have guests on, and to any guests that will be watching this recording, this is for you. I want to speak to you, and it is no coincidence that this has been brought into your life at this time. Even if the timing isn't right in your life, there's no coincidence that you're hearing about it. So I would just ask, if you're a guest or a distributor, just empty your cup. If you've got something with you, you don't have to empty it physically, but just mentally have an empty cup and be open to what you're about to hear, because it's real and it has changed my life in a big way. I am no stranger to network marketing, the industry of it. I was first introduced to it when I was in college, and it was a cosmetics company. And I said yes to the person that invited me to a meeting because of how she made me feel. She made me feel really special. She made me feel beautiful. And I walked into a room for this meeting at a hotel filled with other women. And there was a lot of talk, there was a lot of laughter, a lot of happiness. And in that I'll never forget that image in my head. And in that moment, being a very insecure girl, not knowing what she wanted to do with her future, but knowing who she wanted to become, I wanted to be a part of that community. I wanted to be those women that were so full of confidence and posture and living the life of their dreams. And that is why I have chased network marketing, because I knew enough to know that you wouldn't succeed in network marketing unless you were helping other people. I really grasped that right away. It was the selling part that made me stumble through 7 other companies, right? I found companies along the way, like, I was the girl, you invite me to a home meeting and I'm there. I'm your girl. And I loved being there. And I would buy products sometimes I wouldn't, but the person I was always interested in was the one doing the presentation. I wanted to know their story. I wanted to know how they got there. What was their life like? That's who I wanted to be. I wanted to be that person making a difference. But every time I got in, I found myself with products that someone could go get down the street at Target. I just never found anything special. So I was selling it, and that's not my heart. I'm not here to convince you of anything. I'm here to open your eyes up to the fact that there are other streams of income in your life that you can have a part in. And this is one of them. And it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I'm going to share with you 6 components that were never shared with me when I was going through all those other network marketing companies. No one ever sat me down and told me what to look for if I got in. They just wanted me in, right? They just wanted me on their team selling stuff. And I never made any money. And fear, the fear of judgment, the fear of what other people thought, always took me out of it, always. And I always, from year to year, my last company before I got in this, it was with Amway, an amazing company. I learned so many amazing things. It opened my world up to a whole new world. And I stopped. I quit because of fear. And month after month, you guys, sometimes day after day, I had regret. I kept thinking to myself, what if? What if I would have stuck it out? What if I would have stayed in? I don't have to say that anymore because I found Lifevantage. It came into my life in 2011 by Michelle. She told you the story. I'm not going to get too much into that because you can already maybe hear my voice cracking. I'm a crier, and I don't want to cry on this Zoom because then I'll prove a lot of people right that I cry all the time. But those 6 components, one of them is a company. When you find a company that you want to be a part of, many times we think we're going to go start our own company, right? We're going to go start our own business. And you've heard the phrase, if you're working for someone else, you're on a hamster wheel. Well, if you go start your own company, you're the hamster. You're the guy running it. And you're not running it, it's running you. With a company like Lifevantage, you have a machine that is always running on its own if you do it the right way. And we can show you how to do that. So Michelle talked about an ABC investigative report that was done in 2005. And maybe you saw that, maybe you didn't, that's okay. Make sure you see it as soon as this is over. But that's the beginning of our story. Dr. Joe McCord is a researcher and scientist. He discovered an enzyme in our body. And for that one discovery, he received an Elliott Crescent Medal. He's the last person to have received that. That medal was also given to Alexander Graham Bell, Oliver Wright, Henry Ford. People that have changed the course of history got this award. And the man that created our flagship product got that same award. That's amazing. It's so amazing that I get to talk to you about that. I'm a Midwest girl, right? I went to school for PE and health and a minor in coaching. And now I have all this knowledge about health and wellness and a technology that we're pioneering, we're bringing to the public. So when that aired, they went in to disprove Dr. McCord's findings that he said this enzyme, when activated, will reduce oxidative stress in your body. I did not know what oxidative stress is. Oxidative stress is the rusting of your cells. As we age, so do our cells. And it's a darn good thing we can't see that happening, right? But I know if we could see it, it's almost too bad we can't. A lot of us would be much more forward thinking and taking care of ourselves. And that's what I really want to get across to you. I was forward thinking and getting on board with this and taking this product. So ABC News went in to disprove his findings and see if this was real. Was there a real anti-aging effect to what he was saying this enzyme in the body could do to the cells of our body? He created our flagship product, Protandim, to activate those cells and get them working. And in that ABC report, you'll find they found that it was true. After 2 weeks, John Quinonas's oxidative stress levels are reduced by 45%. After 30 days, they could not differentiate the blood of an 80-year-old and a 20-year-old. An 80-year-old and a 20-year-old. There is nothing else like this out there. After it aired, they said for more information, go to abcnews.com. Many people did. They did $5 million in orders overnight based on pure speculation of what they thought the product could do. But Dr. McCord, he didn't know this would happen. He didn't have an infrastructure set up to get the product out to people. So the company at that time did a lot of things wrong, and a lot of people didn't get the product. It then ended up in the retail shelves of places like GNC. It was a brown bottle with a white label, and it said for more information, or it said reduces free radical damage. A lot of people didn't know what that was, and it wasn't priced accordingly to just pick it up and grab it and add it to your cart. But they didn't like the price of $50 at that time. So they were going to sell off the company. And the man that they brought in to do so saw the ABC report. And he said, what if you changed your form of distribution? What if instead of retail, you did person-to-person sales, network marketing, marketing things that you love and you're passionate about? The board of directors did not want to do that, but they decided to do it. And after 1 year, in the network marketing arena, people telling people, they tripled their sales. And that is the history of our company. That's why I get to talk to you today. So we became Lifevantage in 2009, and many network marketing companies do not make it past the 2 or 4 year mark, but we have succeeded that. And we are in a place where we are now doing $200 million a month, $200 million a year. We're gonna get there. $200 million a year, and we are still such a baby apple. So the company is sound. We are publicly traded on the NASDAQ. Our CEO is on the board of directors of the Direct Selling Association that oversees all of network marketing. We cross our T's and we dot our I's, and it's a very safe place to be, to change your future and leave a legacy. So that's our company, Lifevantage. The other thing you want to look for if you want to have your own business and create another stream of income are trends. What is trending? Now you're going to see that ABC report. It talked about health and wellness. Health and wellness and the term anti-aging. Do you believe that that will ever go out of style? Never, never, ever, ever will it go out of style. We are with the trends. And the beautiful thing is if you find a trend that you can grab a hold of, like the phone, the cell phone, right? You don't want to get in after everybody has the iPhone 7. You want to get in before they all have the iPhone, right? You don't want to get in after Google has peaked. You want to get in before Google has even started. We are at a place with our timing that we are still at the bottom. No one knows about this. So the trends are there. Now, when you talk about trends, you're going to see another video. I want the people that invited you on this call, they're going to show you an overview of the 12 products that we have today. Because since Protandim was created, when I got in 2011, there was Protandim, our flagship product, and we had True Science. It was an anti-aging cream. We just had 2 products. Today, we have about 12 products. Those products are in the categories of weight management, energy, pet supplements, health supplements, nutrition. Do you believe that any of those will ever go out of style? Never, ever, ever. They will always be trending. Every one of those categories that I just described to you are multi-billion-dollar spaces in their own right. And we have all of them that we get to share with you and be compensated for in one place. Now, here's what makes us different. In all of the other network marketing companies I've ever done, I never got into the health and wellness arena. I was never selling shakes or a pill or bars or anything like that. It was brand new for me. And here's what makes us so different with our product, Protandim. When a lot of people are talking about supplementation, we are talking about activation. Now, I remember Michelle specifically telling me to go to a site called PubMed. It's short for public medicine. It's where doctors, researchers, scientists, that's where they go for all of their data. There is not one supplement on the market today, not one, that if you go to PubMed and you type in the name of that product, you will not see any studies on that product. Now, if you go to PubMed and you type in Protandim, guess what you'll see? You'll see 23 studies. Now, reading those studies, it's a little over my head. I don't really read those studies. I wait for someone to give me the recap, right? And then I trust them. That's what I want to know, the recap. Here's the recap of these studies, you guys. It says that NRF2 activation, which is what Protandim is, which is reducing the age of the cells in your body, turning on the antioxidants you already have, that NRF2 activation going to your cells' genes and DNA and making them work the way they're supposed to, that is changing the history and the course of medicine. There was a study done by Washington State 2 years ago, and they said that NRF2 activation, it's NRF2, may be the most therapeutic breakthrough in the history of medicine. The most therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine, NRF2 activation. There are pharmaceutical companies trying to create NRF2 activators, and that's great, but you have to have a disease to take it, and you know there are going to be a laundry list of side effects. We have a little yellow pill, you guys, made of 5 plants that is a NRF2 activator that is proven to be almost 3 times more effective than some of the pharmaceuticals that are out on the market. And it's $40 a month. It's like $125 a day for this little yellow pill to turn your body back on and do what it's supposed to do. Now, what does that mean for you? Here's what it meant for me. I went to PubMed and I was told oxidative stress, the very first study done on Protandim, it says that oxidative stress is reduced in your body by an average of 40% in 30 days. I then put in oxidative stress. There's a search engine on the website. And then I started putting in different diseases that my family has been affected with. Okay, so I would put in oxidative stress and Alzheimer's, asthma, ADHD, Parkinson's, bladder cancer, different things like that. I would put headaches. I would put those in, oxidative stress, space, and the disease. And what would happen is I wouldn't see no results found. I would see studies come up. What I learned is oxidative stress is linked to over 200 diseases. I was already spending money on multivitamins and who knows what else that I was taking. And I really had no idea what it was doing for me. And I'll tell you what, when I was paying for all of that, I didn't ask to see studies. I didn't ask to see proof. I just took people's word for it that I should take it. And now someone shares with me 1 pill a day that has 23 studies on it. It's supported by the American Heart Association. And what it does in the body is linked to the diseases that have affected my family's history. It was a no-brainer for me at that time. It was just common sense that I would get rid of all the multivitamins and I would start taking this NRF2 activator. I have been taking this for over 5 years now, as has my husband and my mom and dad and my 2 daughters that are 11 and 13, and I will take it for the rest of my life. This isn't something I was going to dabble in or try. This was going to be a lifestyle change for me. I want to have quality of life for as long as I can possibly have it. And until someone else brings to me something that can reduce my oxidative stress or work in the capacity that Protandim does, I will never stop taking it. And we're so far ahead of the curve, you guys, because if it could maybe give me that quality of life and possibly not get some of those things, why would I not take that, right? Why would you not do that? Do you know that most doctors, when do they see people? When they're sick, right? And sometimes by the time we're sick and we go see the doctor, there's not a lot of alternatives for us. This is you being handed a gift today, just a decision to say, I'm going to start taking this for me, and most importantly, for all the people around me, so that I can be here a long time and I can have quality of life while I'm here. It is a gift for you. And those other products that you're gonna see, again, the weight management line, we have an amazing probiotic. It works like nothing else can. It gets through the stomach acid. We have Axio. It's a brain food. I'm drinking sour cherry. I stole my husband's and I love it. It's for mental cognition. It helps you think more clearly. It gives you energy. My children love it. It's done amazing things for children in their focus in school. Such a beautiful thing. And we have Pet Tandem. So we were talking about Protandim. I saw some puppies on here earlier. People pay more for their pets than they do for themselves, correct? I'm sure some of you do. And so when people were taking Protandim, knowing it was plant-based, feeling amazing, they started giving it to their dogs. And so we created Pet Tandem. We also have, and the pet supplement category, multi-billion-dollar category. Now we've taken Protandim and we are branding that name. That's a really smart move on our company's part, to have a brand behind us with nutrigenomics, nutrition and gene expression, the NRF2 activation, taking Protandim, NRF2, and then we created Protandim NRF1, another pathway in the body that deals with mitochondria. If you remember your biology days, mitochondria is a powerhouse of every cell. And if you lack that mitochondria production in your body, then there are a lot of neurodegenerative diseases that can come from that. You want your body going on all cylinders, right? So we have Protandim NRF2, Protandim NRF1, and Pet Tandem. We're branding that name, which is such a beautiful thing. And then we have our skincare line. Like I said, when I got in, there were 2 products. We had a person come in, Dr. Nellie Chavreau. She'd never been with a network marketing company, ever. But she came to Lifevantage. And why? Because of NRF2 activation. And so she put that technology of turning your cells over and renewing them into a skincare system. And we are the only company in the US to have a NRF2 activated skincare system. Ask the person that invited you to show you before and afters. They will blow you away. This is not just about vanity. This is about healthy skin. This is about helping people with scars and psoriasis and eczema. So those products we have, you guys, they're so special. I take all of them every single month, as does my family. And again, the categories will never go away. So we've got a salad company. We're trending with all of the products that we hold a space in. And then we have a system. Our system is what you're seeing today. Our system is how you got invited. Somebody thought enough of you to put you on this Zoom or have you listen to this recording because they care about you. And maybe they told you too much and maybe they told you too little and you're just figuring this out. But they are the ones that plugged you into someone else telling you the information. Isn't that a great thing? When I got started, no way, no how is I going to do anything like this, right? No way. I would just be sitting in the audience or off to the side. I probably wouldn't even show my face on a camera. I would have been so afraid. And because I kept using someone else to help me share it with those I loved, I was learning along the way. Network marketing, you get paid to learn. You get paid to take a master's class in you, to become the best you that you can be. So those women I met back in the day at that cosmetics company that I wanted to be, I'm becoming that. And it's because of this company and all of the people that I plugged into and the amazing system that we have. I'm using my own little cheat sheet, right? This is our system right here. All these components I'm sharing with you are right on this little tear-off sheet. That's our system. You don't have to come in and reinvent the wheel. Everything's there for you. You just have to build a list of all the people you love, people that love health, people that want more money, people that would love to support you. And then you simply get to plug them into calls, to home parties if you want to do that, to Zoom presentations like this, and they get to hear the story just like you're hearing it today. And then they can make the decision that's best for them. This isn't for everybody. Like Scott Satterfield said the other day, it's just trying on a shoe. And if the shoe fits, awesome. And if it doesn't right now, that's okay. At least you tried it on, right? And now you know the information. So our system is beautiful. And then I talked about the timing. I thought if you got into a company when everyone already knew about it, that'd be fun because everybody knows about it, right? But you don't make money when everybody already knows about it. You want to be in early. And there's an S curve that every company goes through, right? They pioneer the idea, they formulate that, and then they're hoping that momentum hits and they go up that peak. And that peak, that's your sweet spot. That's where 85% of the money is to be made over the lifetime of the company. So if you're a fisherman, you're going out fishing, instead of even putting your line in the water, the fish are jumping in your boat because they know that Nerve2 activation is the most important thing they can put in their body. You told them once upon a time you were part of a company that had a Nerve2 activator, and they came back to you and said, I'm ready. I want this in my body. You have to plant seeds. You have to tell people that you know about this, because there will come a day when it is mainstream and you want to be the first one they think about. The timing of this is crucial, you guys. We are in such an amazing place right now. I live in Boise, Idaho, and in our valley, there's probably about 1 million people here. And we did a training last Saturday, and do you know how many people were here out of those 1 million people in our valley? 50 people. That's how small this is. So don't let it pass you by. If you're a distributor, guys, you have to be sharing this with everyone you know, because you'll have regrets. I know you'll have regrets. Now, the last thing is compensation, right? As Michelle had stated earlier, we have been through 3 job layoffs in our lifetime. Not one time when my husband was laid off did we have an idea that it was coming, and did we have a plan B? No, never had a plan B. And it was survival mode when it would happen. It was cashing things out, getting your 401ks, like it was stress. And that is why I have always been open to opportunity. That is why I have always been open to other streams of income. When my husband he was in a position where he was getting a lot of different promotions and we had to move a lot. So I wanted to be home with my girls. And the only way I could continue to be home with my girls was if I was bringing in another stream of income. And thank God Michelle Poe thought of me just like someone thought of you and shared this with me. We had just refinanced our car. A random phone call from our bank telling us to refi it. We'd never done that. We thought, yeah, let's do it. And we'll take the money and we'll invest it into some debt. We invested in Lifevantage. There came a point, I believed that this was my golden ticket. It just felt different. And my desire to change my life, to not go paycheck to paycheck, but to have options and choices, it was so strong that I was willing to do whatever it took. And being willing to do whatever it takes means you're going to have to really be probably pretty scared along the way, as was I. The first time Michelle ever told me that I was going to get in front of a home presentation and talk, I cried. I was scared to death. My head, when she said it, said, no, I'm not getting up there. But my heart and my desire and the future me said, yes, I have to get up in front of that room. And little by little, I kept doing it. And it made a difference, right? It has been changing my life. Now, what network marketing gives you? Here's the key to this, you guys. My husband still works full time. And he's on the line again with his job, believe it or not. It's crazy. I can't believe we might be going through this again. But we have my income. It's not enough for both of us, but it's there. And here's the beautiful part. Mine is residual. So if Kyle loses his job again, the paychecks stop. With network marketing, I'm in control. And I sit in a position today that just finding a few key people, working that extra bit harder, could put me into a new category to where that income would make a huge difference in our life. That gives me so much hope, so much gratitude, just a blessing that I can have control of that. It's what I decide to put into it. And there are so many people at the top of this company that chose to work hard. They had seasons of working hard, and then seasons of building leaders, and then seasons of working hard again. And then life has happened, and tragedy has hit. And you know what they were able to do? They were able to take their time and go through it. They didn't have to ask for time off. They didn't have to ask for PTO or get workman's comp or ask for people to raise funds for them, because the checks kept coming in. Their teams were working harder for them because of the leadership that they had shown. They had no worries but to be able to get through what they were going through at that time in their life. What would that mean to you? What would that mean to you if tragedy hit and someone in your family was not with you or somewhere else? Do you want to have the option to be able to go and spend time with them? Or do you want to be stuck a prisoner because you don't have the funds, you don't have the money, or you don't have the time? That's what this is about. This is another stream of income, not to have you quit your job right away or quit what you're doing, but to take a serious look, you guys, and create this stream of income that could change your life. And here's what I want you to remember too. When you're being presented this, it's not about saying, okay, Diana, you're going to sign up for Lifevantage and now you need to become somebody else. No, you still need to be Diana. And now Diana just simply, when she's around people that talk about their health or their weight or their energy level or their dog or their finances, she can pull out a little gift box and say, I might have something that could help you with that. And then she plugs them into something like this. How simple is that, right? And the beautiful thing is with Lifevantage, you can be a customer. You don't have to be a business builder. You don't have to be a distributor. You can go to lifevantage.com, get with the person that invited you. They have their own website that just looks just like the company's site. You can look at all of the products. You could just text them and say, here's what I want. They could even put it together for you and send you a link with everything already in your shopping cart. You just enter your information and you're done. You have your order placed. So simple. And you get to pay wholesale for being a preferred customer. You just tell us where you want it shipped and when you want it. Beautiful, beautiful thing. And we have bundles that offer free shipping, which is so great. And then if you wanted to become a distributor, if you wanted to become a person that is looking for another stream of income and have a gift to share with other people, there are 3 ways to get in: 300, 600, 1200. That 1200 one I'm going to talk about, because when you're talking about a technology that is changing people's lives, oh, the stories to be told. Ask for stories because they're amazing. When you hear that, it's almost kind of crazy how you can get into this for so little. And yet, because of that price tag, it's not $5,000, it's not $10,000. A lot of us don't take it serious. We don't treat it like we should. And we're going to miss out if we don't. that investment is going to get you about 90% back in products. You're going to get the entire product line that you get to use, you get to share with other people you love. You're going to open your store right away and give that to those that you love and start creating your own stories. It's going to give you two tickets to go to our Denver Elite Academy, which is in 2 weeks. That's what's changed my life. These elite academies, these functions, these family gatherings we have that the company puts on, it brings everyone together, and we learn and we inspire and we train and we educate. And it takes about 6 months off your learning curve, and it will catapult your business. Anyone that hears this today, to make that investment and go to Denver, it will be the best thing you've ever done in your entire life, and it will change your life. I guarantee you, it will change your life. So there's different ways you can get it. You can be a distributor, you can be a customer. And those are the 6 things you want to look for. It's the company, the trends, the products, the system, the timing, and the compensation. And I'll just leave you with this. Oh, and now I'm going to cry. I shouldn't even have said that. But today, I'm going to take a drink. Because of this business and what I've done, stepping outside of fear, I got to watch my daughter today. She did CrossFit. She's 11, right? She did a children's program, and she did so good. They invited her back to the adult program. And she was excited to go, but when we showed up, it was all adults, right? And the woman, the trainer that invited her, wasn't going to be there. It was a man, and she was scared out of her mind. She was so afraid. And the guy wasn't there to open the gym yet, and the women started running, and I said, honey, just go. And she did. Is anybody surprised I'm crying? Oh my gosh. But anyway, it's because of this business. And her watching me and seeing her mom do those things that she was afraid of, and communicating what it's done for me, then them seeing me get in front of her and crying. They're doing that. I would have never done that at her age. I would have been like, let's get back in the car and go home, please. Thank you so much. Never going to try this again. I would have never done it. And she did the whole class, and she did so good. I was so proud of her. And I credit all of that to this business and what it's done for me and what I can pay it forward to my kids. That's the biggest gift. So with that, you guys, make a decision. Either way, the person that invited you, people that have someone on the phone or on the Zoom, get back to them, and then do yourself a favor and pick up that phone and just tell them where you're at. If you need more information, they can guide you accordingly. I thank you guys for coming on today, and it's been a pleasure to be with you, and happy summer.
You are beautiful as always, Tanya. Everybody that can see her, if you have your videos on, let's give her some love. That was absolutely beautiful. Your passion, your conviction, your belief in what we have here just completely exudes, and it just goes right through you all the way into these computers through to us, and that's what this is, and that's why I said, you guys, it's that we feel this genuine responsibility just to share this with everybody, because these products do change our lives. The people of this company are unbelievable, as you can see, and they do change our life, and these relationships are much more than business relationships. We call these people within our company family. And when she talks about this event in Denver, that's where you really feel the sense of family and unity, and how everybody is there to help everybody, no matter whose organization is there. And I've never been in network marketing before. I didn't know that was a big deal, but I guess it is, that the whole company works together, and that is a gift. And, time freedom of what Tanya just said, that is everything. I met a gentleman in Australia, and he was extremely successful, has a beautiful family, and he's got all that going for him, but he wants more time with his little one and with his wife. And when you can be making money while you're sleeping, and when you can choose to do the things that you want to do because you want to do them, when you want to do them, and have that purpose-driven life, still to be working and doing the things that you love, but to be doing them on your time as a gift, and to be able to be there with someone when they need you. To not have to worry about a boss, to not have to worry about time off and you know, going beyond the weeks that you would normally get for how many weeks or days that you can get off a year. That is a gift. And so we just are so glad that you joined us. We are doing another one of these tonight at 8 p.m. with a woman her name is Amy Holmwood. And Amy is a dear friend. She's a passionate woman. She's a Lyme survivor. She is a millionaire over again in the insurance industry, but she saw the vision of this company, of this technology, and how it's literally going to change the world in the way that we do things through nutrigenomics. Amy is incredible. So same login, same call-in number, same Zoom link at 8 p.m. Central. Invite any friends or family or colleagues that you would like. We would love to have them. And I will get this recording out as well. And Tanya, thank you for the time. Thank you for your heart and passion. You are blessing thousands upon thousands of people. And thank you to everybody that came on. Whoever invited you, please get back with them and let them know. If you need more information, we can direct you where you need to go. If you need to talk to somebody else, we can connect you with people. And if you know that you're ready to get started because you are Rolodexing people and you see what we have here and it's in your gut that there's something special here, get back to them and say, let's do this. And we can get you started immediately and get you going. It's very, very simple and lots of fun. So bless you all. Thank you. And have a wonderful rest of your day. Good to see your faces. Bye-bye.